So working their way out onto the racetrack right now, the first feature race of the evening, the Chargers division. This is the Chargers division, the least amount of experience here for the Legends cars as they work their way. Ryan, take it away for reading the lineups here. Tell us who's starting where for this first feature race of the evening.
Well, a good front row tonight. Starting first place from Milton, Georgia, the 72 car of Luke Yarbrough. Starting on the outside of row number 1 from Falls Church, Virginia, the 32 of Meredith Kepley. In the second row, starting in third place from Locust Grove, Georgia, number 17, Ryan Youngener. In fourth place from Canton, Georgia, number 75, Amanda Woodall. In row number 3, starting in fifth position, the 54, David Anderson. In sixth place, the 7 car of Lisa Young. And in the final row, starting in seventh, number 15, Lee Brown. And starting in eighth position tonight, the 09 of Jeremy Maddox.
So a total of 8 cars make up our feature race. Coming here to the stripe, feature racing is underway for the Chargers feature race. Green flag in the air here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The 72 car of Luke Yarbrough with the jump over Meredith Kepley and last week's winner, Ryan Youngener.
Well, as they head off into turn number 3, Luke Yarbrough in the lead. In second place, you see Ryan Youngener in the 17 car. And in third place, you see the 32 of Meredith Kepley. That
72 car of Luke Yarbrough had quite the jump on the initial start. You see right there in third place, the 32 car of Meredith Kepley, who spun in turns 1 and 2 during our group qualifying, was still able to clock a third quickest time. And right now, that's where Meredith Kepley runs, right there in that third place position, trying to run down the leaders, the 72 car of Luke Yarbrough and Ryan Youngener.
Well, in the back of the pack, Lisa Young falls to the final position as she gives up her spot to Jeremy Maddox. But in the front, not much change. The 72 car controls the lead, but the 17 of Ryan Youngener right there.
Ryan Youngener closing in on the back bumper of Luke Yarbrough. Ryan Youngener peeking to the inside, not able to close up to the back bumper, dives hard into turns 1 and 2, trying to get to the bumper of the 72 car of Luke Yarbrough.
Youngener closing in. It's going to be interesting to see when he makes the move here. Yarbrough holding him off nicely here as we come to 10 to go at the Thunder Ring. Youngener trying to get closer and closer to the back bumper of Yarbrough. Yarbrough goes high in 2, and Youngener is going to take the position down the back straightaway as they dive off into turn number 3.
Turn number 3, they work off of turn number 4. Ryan Youngener, the new leader out front. Now the 72 car of Luke Yarbrough fades into the grips of the 32 car of Meredith Kepley. Meredith Kepley down the backstretch, just a car length behind the 72 car of Luke Yarbrough.
Well, the 17 of Ryan Youngener took the lead as they went off into turn number 3. Now Yarbrough fighting gold. And we have a spin on the front straightaway. It's the 32 car of Meredith Kepley, and the yellow is out with 8 to go.
So just like group qualifying a little bit earlier in the show, Meredith Kepley spins, this time here on the front stretch in practice, spun in turns 1 and 2. So the caution flag is out with 8 laps remaining here in this Chargers feature race.
A little foreshadowing there. As you said earlier, Kepley spun in hot laps or spun in qualifying. So now she's going to have to make her way back through the field with only 8 laps to go. It's going to be a task for sure.
Meredith Kepley, she's going to try and salvage something out of this race. Not the spin she wanted to see here, as she will go to the tail end of the field. Going to have 8 laps to work back through that field. During that 7-lap sprint through the early portion of this race, Ryan Youngener was able to take the lead from Luke Yarbrough, the pole sitter.
Youngener has a strong-looking car out there today. I think if he can get a good start on this restart, he's going to be able to pull away. It's going to be interesting to see if Yarbrough can keep pace and make the move later in the race.
Luke Yarbrough, who was dominant in the early portions of this race, the pole sitter, finds himself in second just behind the 17 car of Ryan Youngener. Let's look at a replay right there. Coming off the exit of turn number 4, gassing it up, going by the wall here on the front stretch, the 32 car of Meredith Kepley spun here on the front stretch. We'll look at it one more time. As she was starting to fall in line behind the 72 car of Luke Yarbrough, she spun here right at the start-finish line here on the front stretch, bringing out the first caution here in this Chargers feature race. So lights out atop the pace vehicle. Single file restarts here in this Chargers division. The least experience of our Legends drivers. That's why we'll have single file restarts for this Chargers division. They work off of turn number 4. Ryan Youngener brings them back to the green flag. Luke Yarborough all over the back bumper as they work down into turns 1 and 2.
Yarborough, like you said, right on that back bumper of Youngener. Youngener going to try to hold him off here as they go down the back straightaway and dive off into turn number 3. He gives him the bumper and pushes him up the racetrack, and the 72 of Luke Yarborough takes the lead as the 17 of Youngener falls back in line.
No harm, no foul. Rubbing is racing, and the 72 car of Luke Yarborough gives the bumper to the 17 car of Ryan Youngener and takes back the lead here off the exit of turn number 4.
Well, I'll tell you something, Yarborough better hope he can hold him off as we have a spin in turn 3, and again it is Meredith Kepley spinning around. That'll bring out the caution flag.
So Meredith Kepley will spin once again out of turn number 4, bringing out the second caution here in this Chargers division. And perhaps the bumper was given to Ryan Youngener a little bit too early now as that caution comes out. Now Ryan Youngener looks to repay the favor over the 72 car of Luke Yarborough.
Youngener's definitely going to be looking to make a move here with only 6 laps to go, time running out. Like you said, Yarborough might have made his move a little too early. He might have played his hand a little early there, so Youngener going to feel better if he gives him the bumper.
So the cars work back single file. We'll look at a replay right here. Meredith Kepley, as we talked about, just trying to make her way back through the field. She was in 3rd when she spun out earlier. She's working her way back up through the field, had made up 2 spots, got in a little bit too hard down into turns 3 and 4, got right up on the back bumper of that orange and purple racing machine of Lisa Young and spun out off the exit of turn number 4, bringing out the second caution here in this Chargers feature race. Working through turns 3 and 4, Ryan Youngener all over the back bumper of the 72 car of Luke Yarborough. Those 2 drivers battle hard into turns 1 and 2.
Well, you see right there, Youngener not afraid to use the bumper on Yarborough. Yarborough extends the lead down the back straightaways. They go off into turn number 3, and it looks like he might have the advantage on the 17 of Youngener.
Ryan Youngener drove it so deep into turns 1 and 2 that allowed the 72 car of Luke Yarborough to have the drive off to stretch the lead with just 5 laps remaining here in this Chargers feature race.
Well, with only 5 to go now, coming to 4, it's going to be interesting to see if Youngener can make another move on Yarborough. Like Yarborough did earlier, it's going to be interesting to see if Youngener played his hand too early.
So caution is out on the speedway. Once again, it's the 32 car of Meredith Kepley who spins down in turns 1 and 2. So she brings out the 3rd caution here on the Thunder Ring for this Chargers division. And we're getting ready to have a 5-lap shootout to the finish between Luke Yarborough and the 17 car of Ryan Youngener. So Meredith Kepley spins for the 3rd time. She will make her way into the pit area. And the fact that she has spun 3 times and brought out 3 cautions means her day is over. If you're the cause of 3 cautions here during your feature race, race control will tell you to make your way into the pit area and that your night is done. So Meredith Kepley, you saw her bring out the 1st caution here on the front stretch, brought out the 2nd caution over in turns 3 and 4, and now the 3rd caution here in turns 1 and 2. So her night is over here in the Chargers division.
Definitely not the night Meredith Kepley was looking for, especially starting on the front row. Thought she could have a strong night. Unfortunate spins are going to bring an end to her night. Definitely not what she wanted, especially looking at the point standings.
Well, just as the caution flag waved, Ryan Youngener had closed that gap that Luke Yarborough had created. So we're getting ready to see a 5-lap shootout to the finish. You got to think in the back of Ryan Youngener's mind is that bump and run that Luke Yarborough pulled off in turns 3 and 4.
I definitely think you're going to see Youngener drive it in there deep again, see if he can get around Luke Yarborough and pull away and take this lead. But I'll tell you one thing, these last 5 laps are going to be a lot of fun to watch.
So the field snakes down the backstretch, lights out on the pace vehicle. Into turns 3 and 4. Luke Yarborough brings them off of turn number 4 across the start-finish line. Green flag back in the air. Luke Yarborough dives to the inside to defend that inside lane, but here comes Ryan Youngener off the exit of turn number 2.
Youngener off at 2. Falls back some to Yarbrough. Yarbrough into 3 hard. Youngener just as hard. Going to be interesting to see if these two have it out here in the final 4 laps of this feature event. As Yarbrough takes it in turn number 1, Youngener trying to close the gap. Let's see if he can make any ground off of turn number 2.
4 laps remaining in this Charger feature race. It appears Ryan Youngener has the drive in and Luke Yarbrough has the drive off. What's going to give Ryan Youngener 3 car lengths back from the leader, Luke Yarbrough with just 3 laps to go?
Yarbrough definitely hoping Youngener cannot close that gap because he remembers exactly what he did earlier in the race. If Youngener can get there, it's going to be interesting to see if he'll give the bumper to Yarbrough and try to take this feature event win away.
2 laps to go. If Ryan Youngener is going to make a move, he's going to have to make it right now. Ryan Youngener picked up the feature victory here a week ago, looking to go back-to-back, but he's going to have to take it from the hands of the 72 car of Luke Yarbrough.
Well, as we come to the white flag, Ryan Youngener trying to close in on Luke Yarbrough. Yarbrough drives it hard out of 2, extends the lead down the back straightaway. Youngener's going to have one more look at it here in turn number 3.
Luke Yarbrough brings the field into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. And for the first time this season, the 72 car of Luke Yarbrough out of Milton, Georgia, will pick up the feature victory here in the Chargers division.
Like Caleb said, the winner, Luke Yarbrough, his first of the year. In second place, Ryan Youngener. In third place, Amanda Woodall.
So that's your top 3 finishers here in the Chargers feature race. So congratulations once again to the 72 car of Luke Yarbrough, who picks up the feature victory here in round number 2, his first feature victory of the season. The next group of cars that will roll out on